Right, so I have already covered the preamble part, but I'm not sure if that was recorded or not. But let's start this exercise. And for those who are present here in this session, they know the background, what happened. I just started the lesson, and I spent some 5 minutes on some introduction, but I'm not sure if this is recorded or not. So now let me play the audio, and Amjad and Shakil, you are going to attempt this exercise, and obviously those who would be watching these recordings later on, they will also pause this and they will attempt this exercise. So let me play it.
Recording 9. 1.
This one's a good deal. It costs £150 and airfares are included in that price. Once you land, you still need to get to the ski slopes. It's a 2-hour journey.
Yes, I know. I have a friend there who's going to meet me and we'll travel together.
Oh, that's fine. I usually organise a coach ticket for my customers because a taxi is far too expensive. But a lift from a local is even better. What about skiing equipment?
I've already got all of that, but I would like to arrange insurance if that's possible.
Yes, of course. And it's a very good idea for a holiday like that.
2.
And it says here you'll be staying with us for 2 nights. Is that right?
Actually, my plans have changed since I made the booking, and I was hoping I'd be able to stay for 1 extra night, if it's possible.
I'll just have a look and try to make sure you don't have to change rooms on the 3rd night. Yes, that's fine. And in fact, you'll get a 25% discount as well.
Oh, great. Do you have a gym or a sports center in the hotel? And I need access to your business center as well.
Yes, we have all of those. Now, your room is up on the 10th floor, and the elevators are right behind you. You'll actually be on the same floor as the business center, and it's clearly signposted. The gym is down on this level, and so is the restaurant. You need to go there in the morning for breakfast.
3.
Now, according to your CV, you've lived and worked in a few different countries, haven't you?
That's right. I was born here in England and my family emigrated to Australia when I was very young.
But your longest employment so far was in America, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. I moved there once I graduated and worked for 5 years before coming back to England in January.
Right. And you've worked briefly in accounts, but in sales mostly. Is that the area you're still interested in working in? We have a very strong sales department.
Actually, I'm hoping to move into the area of marketing. I've always been interested in it, and it was my major at university.
I see. Well, with your references, I'm sure we can discuss it.
Okay, guys. Unmute and please tell me your answers. Question number 1 and 2 were actually tricky. For that, you have to follow the talk in depth. So now, please give me your answers.
Sir, taxi and insurance.
Okay, 1 wrong, 1 correct maybe. What about you, Shakil? You missed it?
Sir, I'm confused, sir.
Okay.
In taxi, yes, sir.
And taxi and?
Insurance, sir.
Okay. And what about number 2? Actually, second
Number
part,
two,
part
sir.
2, number 1.
How many nights, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, 3 nights.
Okay, what would you, Amjad?
The C and B.
C and for this, the business center, right?
Yep.
Okay, and what about you, Shakil, for this?
Business center, sir.
Right, that's fine. And then which country has the applicant, we'll discuss these answers. Which country has the applicant worked in most?
US, sir.
America.
Okay, America,
Yes, sir.
right. Then what department would the applicant like to work in?
Marketing, sir.
Marketing.
Okay, fine. So now here are the answers. For first, I would like you guys to please listen to it again. And for Shakil,
Yes, sir.
it's better to use the same words as
Okay,
uttered
sir.
by the speaker. Like instead of
Yes.
saying USA, just say
Yes,
America,
sir.
right? And
America.
A
Right,
should
sir.
be capital for America. Remember, A should
Yes, sir.
be capital for America, right?
Right, sir.
Okay, then for first it was coach ticket. Now let me give you a background, and then I would like I will just play the first part of the audio again for you guys. Look,
Right, sir.
apparently this thing, this conversation is going on between some maybe tourist agent or touring agent and a person who wants to go on a trip for skiing. Okay, maybe in some hilly area where snowfalls take place, that customer wants to go there. But it's like in our country, if you say if someone lands in Islamabad, and skiing would be obviously somewhere higher than Murray, or maybe in a Ubia, or maybe at a higher place than Islamabad at least. So there would be a 2 hours drive from Islamabad airport to that skiing place. Okay, so in the standard package of the of that touring agent or whatever, whosoever she is, she generally arrange a coach ticket for people for this 2 hours journey. Okay, but this
Okay, sir.
person is saying that, well, if I have a friend there, and he will pick me. So that lady says that I generally arrange a bus ticket because taxi is too far expensive. But it's always better, or getting a lift from a local is even better than taxi, or even better than coach actually. Clear? So this is the background, and now I will play it again, and I want you to focus on those words. Got it?
Okay, sir. Right.
Okay, good luck.
Right. Yes, sir.
Recording 9. 1.
This one's a good deal. It costs £150 and airfares are included in that price. Once you land, you still need to get to the ski slopes.
Okay, I hope you understand that.
Yes, sir.
That she's telling that, okay, I have an offer for you, or it's a good deal for you, that you'll come here, and then once you land, but still you will have to travel for 2 hours to reach to the skiing slope. Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
It's a 2-hour journey.
Yes, I know. I have a friend there who's going to meet me and we'll travel together.
Oh, that's fine. I usually organise a coach ticket for my customers because a taxi is far too expensive. But a lift from a local is even better.
Okay, so you see, she usually uses coach ticket because
Yes, sir.
taxi is far expensive. Now that person is saying something. He's saying that, no, I don't require anything actually. And here, what does it, again, one more point. These are notes, and notes taken by whom? Like if you are a receptionist or you are a travel agent and you are on phone, so you will start taking notes of that customer's requirement so that you can make a package for him or her.
Yes, sir.
You got it? So now, if you are listening to the call, you will keep asking where you have to go, where you have to go. So she is making notes for herself that, okay, no need to book the dash from the airport. And what she generally books from the airport? Coach ticket.
Coach ticket.
So
Yes, sir.
here she is noting for herself for later use that we don't need it. Then she is noting another point for herself that the customer wants me to organize insurance. Now this is her second note.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you see, if you remember, you were not there. Amjad was there. In the first exercise, I told you that you have to use a combination of these two things, like the context that is told to you, as well as whatever is written on the question booklet. These both of these things actually, jointly give you a fair idea that what kind of conversation you are listening to, and what you have to write. This is very important point that I guess both of you missed it. That who is writing these notes, or even
Yes.
I guess you didn't notice at all that these are notes made by the receptionist or that lady who was arranging this trip. Okay, Amjad, got it?
What about...
Got it, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so now listen again and look at the final column. You don't need to. Okay, let's skip this part. Now, identifying the function. Now, this is very important because you know every speaker while speaking has got a particular function or purpose in mind while speaking, and for that he or she may use she may uses some she may use some words which will tell his or her purpose. Okay, now before we start, let me ask you one thing. Shakil, what
Yes,
about
sir.
going to Murray tomorrow? Or Amjad, what about having a dinner tomorrow? Now, what is the purpose of these words? Is it a question?
No, sir.
No,
No,
this is a suggestion.
Yes, sir.
You see? So my
Yes, sir.
question had a particular function. My question had a particular purpose. So you have
Yes, sir.
to, figure out that purpose, that function, by using the background, the context, the whatever written is on the question paper, as well as the talk by listening to the talk of the speakers. Apparently, the purpose, apparently, whatever I asked, it was merely a question. If I just remove the context and I ask you, what about going to Murray? So now this might be a suggestion. This might be a question as well. Like if let's say Shakir or Amjad is telling me that, well, sir, the roads are blocked from this side. So I ask them, okay, what about going to the Murray? Now this is not a suggestion. This is obviously
Yes, sir.
an idea, but I have a query. Okay, is this option good or not?
Right, sir.
Okay, so now please look at these questions which are here in front of you. Question number 1 to 7. And in that, you will listen to some words. Okay, try to note down, because I'll play this audio 2 times. Try to note down these blanks. Just
Okay, sir.
these blanks, okay? And then I will ask you the purpose of the speaker. First, try to write down whatever you hear. Whatever you hear, okay? So
Okay, sir.
I'm playing it now. Sorry, I'm giving you about 30 seconds. Maybe you may take 40 seconds for that. Okay, I'm going to play it now.
Okay, sir.
Recording 10. 1,
What about getting her a new bike?
2,
That's right. We arrive on the 22nd of July.
3,
That sounds great. Let's do that.
4,
I don't think I'd enjoy that one.
5,
You said you'd prefer to have the party outside, is that right?
6,
Actually, it's just gone up to $250.
7,
Now, what about accommodation? Where would you like to stay?
Okay, I'm not sure if you were able to write it or not, but whatever you had written, just stay with that and I'll show you the answers, okay? So these are the words which were uttered by the speaker. Why I'm, now I want you guys to tell me the function. Abdurrahman, assalamu alaikum, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so now this whatever is here in this green box, these are the sentences. You just listen in the recording, okay? You will tell me that what was the purpose of each of these sentences by choosing options from A to H. Okay? Like, what about getting her a new bike? Is this agreeing to something or correcting or rejecting an idea or suggesting something? So this is a suggestion, right? Like I just said that what about going to a hilly station tomorrow? What about having a dinner tomorrow? So this is just a suggestion, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's right. We arrive on 22nd of July. So what I'm doing
Confirm.
Sorry?
It can be agree.
Agree, yes. Yeah, agree or clarifying if that option is there, but that option is not there. Right. Here in our question is, there's an option E, confirming. This may have two meanings. Like if I'm saying that, well, this person is confirming that, yes, you are right. And confirming may also have a meaning that if I ask Abdurrahman, I hope you have exam tomorrow. Now I'm also asking, confirming in terms of a question. And Abdurrahman, if says that, yes, sir, I have exam tomorrow, then he's confirming me in terms of answer. Clear?
Okay.
So that sounds great. Let's do that. Now this is actually agreeing. Now if someone has suggested me something, so I would agree with him or her. Yeah, that sounds great. Fine.
Okay.
Now, I don't think I would enjoy that one.
Rejecting an idea.
Rejecting an idea. Like if I say, okay, what about going for a dinner tomorrow? And, someone of you said, I don't think I would enjoy this, so let's leave it. So, he or she, this person is actually rejecting the idea. Okay? Next question, I want an answer from Shakil now. Question number
Yes,
5.
sir.
You said you would prefer to have the party outside. Is that right?
Confirming, sir.
Now, again, confirming in terms of question, but I can also say checking the information.
Okay, sir.
Right? That's also right. So now, actually, it's just gone up to $2.50. So Abdurrahman.
Okay. Okay, you can say. I don't think. Is it confirming?
Sir, it's
Yeah,
correcting.
It's correcting.
Actually. Yes,
Okay. Actually, it depends. It depends on the context, right? It again depends on the context, right? Maybe it's correcting. Yes, you're right. That I want you to focus on this word. There are few words which we generally ignore. Whenever I say actually, whenever I say that is, okay. And there's another word which I'm unable to recall right now. I have taught those words to you. Whenever we use those words, we are actually clarifying some idea.
Okay.
Right? We are clarifying some, for example, indeed, maybe, or there are a few other words we have just discussed. Okay, as soon as the exact word will come into my mind, I'll tell you. But these words actually, now, you see, I'm also using actually. I'm clarifying my idea. Whatever I said earlier, I'm clarifying it now.
Okay.
right? So in that context, you can say that, well, I'm correcting you that you may not have misunderstood it.
Yes, sir.
So now, what about accommodation? So again, is this, what about getting her a new bike? Can you see this?
Uh,
And again here,
Yes, sir.
what about accommodation? But the purpose is totally different in these two questions, isn't it?
Yes.
mm,
Here, there are two things to notice. First thing is, yes, number one, I might be checking some information. I might be confirming some information. And one more point, this word now. Now is indicating that now I'm moving to a new topic.
sorry.
Like for example,
Okay, sir.
for example, I might have, we might have been discussing, okay, where to go, when to go, and okay, shall we go by bus? Shall we? Okay. After discussing all this, then I would say, okay, now what about accommodation? That means now I'm moving to a new topic.
Yes,
Mm,
sir.
These points are important for you guys to understand the shift in topic, particularly in
Okay, sir.
last section, when there's one speaker. That speaker will cover a lot of information in his or her talk. Okay, so he or she will keep switching from one item or from one discussion or topic to the next. So
Okay, sir.
you have to pick from these words that what is the purpose of each and every word in his or her talk. Okay, I hope this has given you a good idea. These are the answers. Like, what about getting her a new bike? These are controlled answers now. Suggesting, obviously. Then that's right. We arrive on this. That is confirming, as I told you. And then that sounds great. Let's do that. Again, this is agreeing to some proposal. And then I don't think I would enjoy rejecting an idea. And then uh, you said you would prefer this. Is that right? So now again, if you see, I'm checking the information. Is this information correct? Actually, it,
Yes, sir.
just going up to, so this is correcting, but correcting in terms of explanation. And then finally, one last thing was, now, what about accommodation? So actually, the speaker is moving to a new topic now.
Okay, sir.
Right. Again, yesterday I told you one point that, you will hear multiple ideas in every part of the talk, but there would be only one idea that would be correct. Particularly, we covered one such type of questions, multiple choice questions. I have intentionally kept multiple choice questions in my practice sessions a lot, so that you get a lot of practice for that. So now, because this is the most difficult part in IELTS listening test. So now, in this part, please remember, even in section 3, initially some idea will be floated by someone. Okay, first or second statement will be floated by someone. There would be another person who will or who may reject or oppose that idea. Then there will be an argument in that another person or the first person would just reiterate or reinforce his or her opinion, and then the other person may correct him or her, and ultimately they will reach to a conclusion.
okay.
Okay, after that means, in the beginning there will be a disagreement, and towards the end of the talk they will agree on something. So during this argument and during this discussion, you may
Mm,
hear multiple ideas. Like here, if you see the first question, what food do the speakers decide to prepare for the party? So now, in the beginning, maybe they may be discussing about choosing some food for the party. So they may suggest pizza in the beginning. Then they may say, no, although this is costly or this is something. They may go to sandwiches. Then they may say, okay, sandwiches are even not good. Let's go for the hot dogs and so on. So you will listen to all these three things, but only you have to follow their talk. You have just seen the purpose of the speaker. There would be something, there would be some words in which the speaker would agree. There would be some words in which speaker would disagree. So based on this thing, you have to see which of these options were dropped and which one is left open. Okay?
Yes.
Now please have a look at these questions. I'm giving you 30 seconds for this, and I'll play the recording after 30 seconds. Okay, I'm going to play it now.
Recording 11. Listening section 1.
Hi, Sam. We'd better start planning the party. It's in less than 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. There isn't much to do, is there?
Well, we need to sort out food for a start.
Why don't we just order some pizzas?
But we always do that. Let's do something a bit different. Besides, it's pretty expensive.
What about a barbecue then? Or we could just do hot dogs?
Too much preparation involved. There are a lot coming, you know.
Sandwiches then. That's easy enough.
Sandwiches? That's a good idea. Hang on. That would be even more preparation than the barbecue. Better go back to the original idea, I suppose.
Pizzas it is then.
Now, we also need to think about music and invitations.
Well, we don't need to buy invitations. I think we should just do them on the computer and keep costs down.
Good idea. And what about music?
We can just use the same stuff we had last time. It's fine.
OK. Well, if we don't let people know soon, there won't be anyone there. So let's make that our priority. Have you got your laptop?
Yeah. Told you there wasn't much to do.
Listening section 3.
Okay, can you tell me the answers for first two?
Visa and invitation, A and C.
A and C, okay. What about you, Amjad?
Same, it's A and C.
And what about you, Shakil?
Yes, sir, same A and C, sir.
Same,
Pizza
but did you observe that, they kept switching between the
Yes,
topics,
sir.
between the options. So just try to follow their talk.
Yes, sir.
Follow their talk till end, right? And now, in the previous exercise, you have seen the purpose. Like in the beginning, say, I don't think, or yeah, that would be great. But then, hang on for a minute. So that means what she's doing. She is just telling something. She is, conveying something, a message in these wordings. So try to pick those things, right?
Right, sir.
Okay, so I'm playing it again now.
Hi, Julie. Have you got time to plan our project?
Sure, I've got a few minutes. We need to choose a topic based on the theme of pollution, don't we?
That's right. Have you got any preferences?
Well, I did a huge assignment on water pollution last year, so we could just do that.
Actually, the tutor did make a point of saying not to use last year's materials, so we'd better not.
It's probably a bit out of date now anyway. Also, it focused specifically on industry, and I think we're supposed to take a broad view.
That's right. We could look at something totally different, like the effects of fumes on air quality.
Good idea. And we could make sure we include all of the sources, like traffic and factories.
So, what else do we need to do? Shall we go to the library and look for resources?
Actually, I think we'd be better off looking online. The good resources in the library are often all out at this time of the year. Anyway, before we notify the tutor which topic we've chosen, I think we need to ask the others what they're doing.
You're right. We need to make sure we're not all doing the same thing. Let's ask them this afternoon in the tutorial.
Great idea.
Okay, Shakil, what are your answers now?
So air pollution B and A